I think one of the things that's really helped me in my recovery, maintain my recovery, and sort of, and the work I do around supporting people in active addiction or had gone through certain traumas that I've gone through, and the work that I do on an organizational level is just really having such a sense of self-awareness. When I left rehab, I decided to continue my biomedical science degree, not because I was interested in science really. It was because I'd done that. I started the degree 17 years prior, and I wanted to graduate. It was one of my dreams. It was something I wanted to accomplish, and I knew that the quickest way of me to do that was to continue the degree that I'd already started. But alongside my degree, I was mentoring on a voluntary basis with people in active addiction wanting to attain recovery, And my plan was to finish my degree and then build a career in substance misuse support. And, I loved it. I did love, that sort of one-to-one work. But I also realised that I used to get quite frustrated, initially. I mean, I'm wiser now, but initially I used to get quite frustrated when, when I realised that some people just don't want to change, and no matter what you do, you can't get someone to the point of change unless they want to get there. I had to learn that actually sometimes people just aren't ready, but that doesn't mean they'll never be ready. It just means they're not ready at that point in time, and that kind of wisdom has come along the way. But I think one of the greatest things I learned was that after an hour's session, and I used to do it once or twice a week, I used to come away from it feeling emotionally drained, like literally so tired. I'd be at uni all day from like 8 till 6 sometimes. And it would take all day for me to be just as drained as I was coming off one of those sessions. And as my sort of academic career progressed and I went on to do my master's, I think by that stage I'd already decided that actually building a full-time career in substance misuse support wasn't really the right thing for me to do. And it wasn't because I didn't want to help people, because I do. I love the fact that I'm at a position and a stage now where I can utilize my story to give other people identification, or even to recognize that they've been through trauma, and to give them a sense of not being alone. But for me personally, I realized after about a year or so of, or year and a half of doing this mentoring, that actually it would be detrimental to me to do this as a full-time career, because I have to give a part of myself when I am, mentoring people in active addiction or had the traumas that, I've experienced. I'm giving a part of myself to them, but also I'm allowing them a space where they can offload onto me, and it could be detrimental, and so the decision I made was to build a full-time career in biomedical sciences, and then do the work that I do around substance misuse around this job, and I can pick and choose what I do. And it's worked out great, because my day-to-day job doesn't require any emotion off me. I work for a pharmaceutical company, and literally it is vaccines and business all day. And there's no sort of me emotionally giving a part of myself, or any sort of weight or drainage on my emotional capacity, which means that when I do work in substance misuse, I'm able to give all of myself, and I'm able to give it at 100%, because I haven't been drained all day from it, and I'm not saying that's the right thing for everybody, but I remember coming out and I wanted to help everyone and anyone. That was it. I found recovery. I feel great. I want everyone to have this. I want to help everybody. And I soon learned that actually, firstly, you can't, as for the reasons I stated earlier. But secondly, you will drain yourself trying to do that, and ultimately it's you that's going to have to pay the price. And so self-awareness is key, and it's really helped me to have that level of self-awareness, because now I really enjoy it. I enjoy everything that I do. I enjoy my day-to-day job, because I do have a passion for science, but it pays well. But it gives me the capacity to, like I said, give all of myself when I do work in substance misuse, either whether it be mentoring one-on-one, whether it be at an organisational level, whether it be lecturing at the university. It allows me to enjoy it. So yeah, just that really. Self-awareness is key, and you've got to make the right decision for you, and ultimately you've got to ensure that whatever it is you're doing doesn't have a detrimental impact on you or where you're at